Hey YouTube. Alright, so today's Thursday. Welcome back to another video. I just got off work. Made it over here to the storage. I paid it this morning. So, last night after I got done with the trans cooler and everything and cleaning out the shed and getting everything reorganized, I loaded up all the tools into the trunk of the 06 so I could come bring everything over here today. And that way I don't have everything just in the trunk, weighing it down, making it more stressful on the transmission. And I'm not taking up a bunch of room in the shed. So here, I'm hoping this weekend, I don't know, I was supposed to have a side job going on this weekend and to make like $600. And I'm pretty sure it's getting pushed back to next weekend. So that leaves this weekend, I can hopefully get some progress done over here on the Grand Dam. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to have my dad come over to the house and help me load up the engine and the cherry picker and bring it over here. And I'll just take it over to the other storage. And then that way I don't have to worry about trying to cram it in here. And then that way I can at least get the clutch bolted on and get it mated up to the transmission and get it sitting on there how it's supposed to sit. And then I'll just have to deal with the engine mount at a later time. So that's going to be the plan. And then I'll probably just bolt the subframe up in there, or maybe I'll just pull the trans off of the subframe and bolt the subframe back up in there. And maybe I can do the engine and trans install from the top. I don't know yet. With having the headers, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to pull the headers off and on with the engine in the car. So it's kind of just going to be a learning experience, I guess. But yeah, car's still over here. Everything's paid for another month, so we're good to go there. If anybody is needing a 5-speed transmission for a what is it, the 4-cylinder 2.2 Ecotec, then holler at me and let me know, because I have this one for sale. It's been posted for a while. I'll take $100 to get it out of here. So if anyone's looking for a trans, $100 and it's yours. There's my other starter I was telling y'all about in the last video. So that'll go on the Grand Dam engine, at least temporarily, until I can get another engine or another starter. But yeah, so that's what's going on today. It's been a long fucking day today. My helper wasn't very much help, so, but it's all good. Still making progress. So like I said, I'm gonna try to make it over here this weekend and make some more progress on this thing, get the subframe bolted up, try to get that storage over there kind of cleaned out and organized so I can get this thing moved over into that storage. And then hopefully here before too long, I'll be able just to get rid of this storage completely and save me some money every month. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for now. So I'm about to head over to the house. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll give you guys another update whenever I make it home. Alright, you guys, so I'm just now getting home. Just pulled in the trailer park. Trans temp's still 159. Coolant's not even up to half yet. And yeah, everything's going good. So having that fan wired up and running is definitely helping the car a lot. So very happy with the outcome. So now if I can just get the damn thing to stop freaking dying all the fucking time, I think we'll be good. So yeah, we're doing great. So I went ahead and grabbed some stuff while I was at the storage. So got a bunch of stuff for the junk engine to make it complete, except minus the starter. And I just kept a little bit of tools so that way I can go ahead and get the supercharger bolts in the engine, get the starter back on, get some of this shit bolted onto that junk engine. And then I also need to, my mom, if I could put some screws in the deck on the front porch because we got some loose boards. So made sure I brought my impact and I got all the screws. So pretty much just going to unload all this shit and get it over here, and I'll give you guys another update. Alright y'all, so I made some progress. So I had to pull undo the plug wires, how to remove the fuel rail and injectors so I could get all of the old like 3 or 4 bolts that I had in there out. And so what I did was once I got the fuel rail off, I went ahead and put in the main 3 that I didn't even have any in those holes before. So I put those in, got them snugged, and then removed all the other ones. And then used the longer ones from the pile. So I guess this is like probably from both of the superchargers that I sold. So that's cool. Got the bolts, they're all in there, they're tight. Got the fuel rail and injectors set back in there, those are tight. Got the plug wires on, and so now I'm kind of messing with this harness. And so this is going to plug in to this section of the harness here. I'm not for sure, I'm pretty sure this normally goes to this front plug here, because normally the coil packs are sitting back here on the 3.4 and the 3.1. Oh, my phone's dying, so I just lost flash. But yeah, so normally the coil packs are sitting back here, so I'm pretty sure this plugs into that side. So I'm gonna have to use this from here, and I've already got the wire, this other plug plugged in over here and ran underneath the coil pack bracket to here. So I have to extend these 2 wires to this plug here. And then I was already extending, this is the coolant temp sensor. So I cut the piece off of the end. This is where it plugs into the coolant temp sensor underneath the dog bone bracket. And on the sub harness, this goes to the coolant temp sensor. So I'm just going to cut that off, wire this one on, and then that'll get covered in. The whole harness will get retaped and loomed and everything. But I'm going to have to undo all this tape and harness so I can flip these wires around the other way. Or maybe I can just flip it, but they're so brittle. I want it to be like a new harness. And then I'm going to have to somehow hide it, because I don't want it just on top of the engine. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Is just trying to get this harness together. And I've got to extend the wires for the map sensor so it can plug in. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of cutting and extending wires from here on out. I just want to give you guys an update, showing you that I got the supercharger bolts in. They're the actual supercharger bolts, and not just some bullshit hardware store bolts or random car bolts out of the parts or bolt bucket. So yeah, I don't know, how long do you think until we end up pulling the engine out of the 97? Anytime. So I guess I'm probably gonna have to, like I said, try to get this engine and everything over to the storage this weekend, and then sometime within the next week or so, we'll try to get the 97 either over to one storage, or I don't know, in wherever we need to pull it at.
I got that specialty tool to grab the windshield and swap them out.
So yeah, so I gotta get those headers off the 97 so I can get them on here before it can really go into the car. So that's the next process, is getting those headers off the 97. And I've got that brand new set inside, all boxed up still. So I'll just swap you out and we'll be good. Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today's Sunday. I brought my mom out here to Tahlequah. It's about a good hour drive, and drove her out here in the 07. She did great. Just popped the hood, letting her cool off, and checked the fluids and everything before we head back. but she's running great. So just gonna let that cool off for a minute. Just want to give you guys an update. So it's probably about 11:30 or so right now. So it's probably going to be about 1 or so before I get back home. But I want to try to get the engine, the Grand Am engine, over to the storage. So that's going to be my goal. I messaged my buddy Ray yesterday, but he didn't message me back until after I passed out. So I didn't get it until this morning, and then I woke up late this morning. I'm going to pick up my mom so I can bring her out here. So it's just been a hectic, busy morning this morning. But everything's going good. Car's running great. So I guess I'll give you guys another update once I make it back home. And hopefully I can get the Grand Am engine over to the storage and start making some progress on the Grand Am. So y'all stay tuned. I'll give you guys another update. Hey YouTube. Alright, so my buddy Ray, shout out to Ray. He helped me get the engine over here. So about to pull the cherry picker out and the engine stand out and get this thing out of here. And he's getting all the stainless steel that's in there. So we got to load all that back up. So we're going to get this unloaded, get all that loaded, and I'll give you guys another update. Alright you guys, so we got the engine and everything unloaded, and it's in the storage, and we got all the stainless steel loaded up in Ray's truck. And then we went up to his unit, and he went to drop me off at the 07 up at the front, and this guy was cleaning out a unit and walked a bunch of stuff down to the dumpster and threw it away. So me and Ray went down there and looked, and man, he started finding all kind of shit. He found a Central Pneumatic, like an air sander, and got a DeWalt 18 volt Sawzall with the battery on it. And then I started pulling stuff out. I got all this stuff, and got some wrenches, a ratchet, some sockets, some clamps, a couple chisels, wire tool, brand new hole saw, an intake pipe, looks like a 2.5 inch or so, some mass airflow sensor cleaner, and just some other random bullshit. But yeah, I got all that stuff for free. And then Ray got a bunch of stuff, but not too bad. It's a pretty good day. So I'm kind of hanging out, waiting to see if old dude goes to throw anything else away. So I'm probably going to just throw this stuff back in the storage and maybe try to organize some stuff a little bit. But I'm still trying to keep an eye on down there to see if I see dude again. So y'all stay tuned. I'll give you guys another update. Just wanted to let you know I got the engine over here. It's at the storage, and we're good to go. Got the cherry picker and all the tools over here, so we should be good to start making some progress here soon. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys updated. Hey YouTube, so I just got over here to the storage. I just popped the hood. So I'm about to get the storage open. I gotta unload all this stuff for the Grand Am. All this stuff back here in the back seat, and then I just brought a couple of lights, so that way I can run my extension cord from the plug over there, and I can have me some lights in here to light it up. So I'm gonna get this extension cord ran and get these lights hooked up, and I'll give you guys another update. So y'all stay tuned. Alright YouTube, so I've got the storage all open. I've been unloading some stuff and just organizing stuff in here. So I got the computer desk moved out. It's out there. Kind of just shoved everything over here. And then I had that box down here. Now I can still open it and get to everything inside. Then I have, that's the shit for the natural gas conversion for an LS. And I got the table set right here. Put that corner glass piece there so I can use that corner. And then, yeah, everything's going pretty good. So now I just gotta kind of rearrange some of this stuff. A lot of the parts I'm about to pull out are gonna, come over onto this table. Some of it I've still got to kind of stack and arrange over here. Figure out what I'm going to do with this little table. I got to get this battery on the charger. So I still got quite a bit of stuff I got to get done. It's only 9:15, so I still got like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes till I have to leave. I got to be out of here by 11. So I'm going to try to get a lot of this, all these tools and stuff organized and in the toolbox, and figure out where the toolbox is going to live. Because once I get the Grand Am in here, I'm not going to have as much room. So, and I got to figure out something to do with the engine. I want to pull it off, but I want to get the transmission and the subframe and all that over here, so I can get the clutch bolted on and bolted up to the trans, and start spreading all this wiring around and go from there. So yeah, right now I just got to get all this stuff organized. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll give you guys another update once I figure out how everything's gonna go. So stay tuned. All right, YouTube. So I've got the car all cleaned out of everything. I'm about to get the computer desk and slide it in here. Excuse me. Those need to go back and go in the parts car. This is all trash. These are the rotors off of David's mom's Kia. There's some slotted. They're the right lug pattern. They're just not the right diameter center hub. But I've got everything else. It's pretty much organized. I've got some batteries charging over here. All those are already done. I got the car battery charging for the Grand Am. So everything is going pretty good. I'm happy with the progress. So it's going on. It's like almost 10 o'clock now, maybe 10:15. So I've got to get this thing loaded up so I can get it home, so I can take it in and put it in my room for my laptop, and that way it'll get it out of here, make a little bit more room. And then here, I don't know if I'm going to go over tomorrow after I get off work and work on the Grand Am, but sometime here in the next couple days, I'm going to try to get over to the Grand Am storage and pull that transmission off the subframe and just carry it over here, because it's actually pretty light. And then that way I can just bolt the subframe right up in there in the car and get the wheels bolted on and get the steering linkage hooked up and just get everything hooked up so I can just wheel it over here. And yeah. And so whenever I wheel it over here, I'm probably just going to have to pull the car and the cherry picker and the engine and all this shit out. Get the car in here. Get it up on all 4 jack stands, and then try to fit everything back around it. But I've got everything just sitting back here on the table and over here in the chair. So made some good progress today. I'm very happy with how today turned out. Got the engine over here. Got damn near all the parts over here for the Grand Am. So making good progress. And I drove the 07 all the way out to Tahlequah today. Drove my mom out there. 07's driving great. Then once I got back, I loaded up the 06, and she's driving great. So really, I'm actually really happy. I couldn't be happier right now. So everything seems to be going pretty well. Knock on wood, I don't jinx myself. But yeah, everything seems to be going pretty well. So now I've just got to get my mom's engine pulled out of her car and tear it apart. I still got to go get a couple heads from the salvage yard. Still haven't done that yet. So then also I found another parts car. It's a 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix. It's an NA, but it has flood damage to the engine and to the carpet. But dude said that the transmission was replaced within like 10,000 miles of the car getting flooded. He said it still tries to start and run, but it backfires out of the intake. So I'm thinking maybe there's something up with the ICM or the coils or something. Maybe the plugs are bad. I don't know. But I figured, he said he'd take $300 for it, and it's got a aftermarket exhaust on it. It still has the catalytic converter on it. It's got the spider headlights. It's got really nice taillights. And David said he would be interested in the headlights and taillights for $100. So that puts me and the rest of the car at $200. and I get the exhaust and everything else on the car, the transmission, all the wiring. I mean, really, it would probably be a nicer car for David just to take the engine and everything out of the 97 and put it into the 03 and just, I mean, we already know it's a good engine, so, but it is what it is. I'm the one getting the car, not David, so I'm not giving him two cars. But he definitely said he would be interested in the headlights and the tail lights for the 97, so that is already making some of my money back. And then I'll have the full exhaust off of that car I could put on the 06, and then that way I don't have to worry about all this ghetto shit and the high flow cat and my welds and everything and having exhaust leaks. It'll just be a nice, good exhaust, and it should make it look pretty good. And I can go from there. So that's my plan right now. So I think that's going to be it for this video, you guys. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated once I make it back over here. And, you know, in the next video, because I'm definitely trying to get this Grand Am done. I want to get her together, get everything wired, figure out what needs to be extended to where, and get this thing in there and get her together. And I want to hear this engine run. I've been waiting to get this Grand Am done. It's been 3.5 years now, and this is like the third or fourth engine I built for it. So I know this was a good engine. It's already been together in the 07, so I know it's a good engine. So fingers crossed everything goes well this time. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.